Hello guys, this is your friend and we are back with a new fanfic. Which is, what if Naruto keeps getting rejected by Sakura? Does he still love Sakura or Ino? Part 1. And if you enjoy this fanfic, then please press the like button and subscribe to my channel for more fanfic like this. And now let's start the fanfic. It has been a few days since Team 7 returned from their mission from the Land of Waves. The genin were supposed to meet with their sensei at the bridge to discuss something important. Looking over the rail was the sole survivor of the Uchiha clan, Sasuke. Approaching him was one of his many fan girls and teammate Sakura Haruno. "Hi Sasuke-kun," she smiled. The Uchiha nodded in acknowledgement. "So Sasuke-kun, my birthday is tomorrow and I'm having a party and I was wondering, would like to come?" The Rosette asked nervously. Now the Uchiha has been cold to his teammates, but he would just be evil if he didn't accept. I mean, it's the girl's birthday, for Pete's sake. "I don't see why not. I'll be there," Sasuke said. This made Sakura so happy. "Hi Sakura-chan. Sup Tem." The blonde genin appeared with a grin plastered on his face. "Dope." Sasuke smirked. Sakura, however, was not all that happy to see her teammate. "What do you want, Naruto?" she asked, a little cold. "Well, we have to meet here, don't we?" Naruto shrugged. "Naruto, are you coming to Sakura's party?" Sasuke wondered. "You're having a party, Sakura-chan? It is your birthday after all." Naruto smiled. Sakura was inwardly cursing her luck. "I guess you can come, Naruto." Sakura frowned. Even though to Sakura she didn't know, Naruto's smile fade a little, Sasuke noticed. "Yo." The overly late silver-haired Jonin waved. "You're late, sensei," Naruto yelled. "Sorry about that, I saw a black cat on the way and had to go the other way," Kakashi said. "Bull. Anyway, why are we here, sensei?" Naruto asked. "Well, as you all know, the Chunin exams are going to happen in 2 months, meaning I need to start training you all. So the day after Sakura's birthday, meet at the training field so we can begin. That's all for now. See ya later." Kakashi poofed away. "Well, I got to go. Bye Sakura-chan, see ya tomorrow." Naruto ran off, much to the Haruno's happiness now that she could be with her Sasuke-kun. "Anyway, so Sasuke, what are you gonna do?" she asked. "This was all a waste of time, so I'm going to train. See ya tomorrow." Sasuke walked away, much to Sakura's dislike. "See you tomorrow." Later that day, Naruto was walking through the streets of Konoha contemplating on what to get Sakura. "Maybe I should get her a necklace, she'll like that, right? Yeah, she might not wear it all the time, but at least she'll have it." Naruto smiled and walked in the jeweler shop. "Welcome, Naruto. What can I do for you, my boy?" the owner asked with a smile. "Hi, I'm here to get a necklace for someone special tomorrow, it's her birthday." Naruto smiled. "Oh, I know just the thing. It's Sakura's birthday tomorrow, right?" he asked, pulling out a black case. Naruto stepped up and opened the case, revealing a gold heart necklace. "Wow, it's beautiful. How much?" Naruto asked. "For you, my boy, 20,000 ryu." The owner smiled. "I got that much, here you go, old man." Naruto pulled out his money. "By the way, Naruto, this pendant opens and you can insert a picture inside and have something inscribed," the owner informed. "Okay. I'll have this picture inside and these words inscribed." Naruto pulled out his picture of Team 7 and wrote down some words. "Okay, I'll have it done by tomorrow morning." The owner smiled. "Thanks, old man." Naruto grinned, happy that his present will be beautiful. Sakura's birthday party. Sakura was enjoying her party. Everyone who she invited made it, even Sasuke. What made her happier was that the blonde hyper-overactive ninja was not present. Till she saw him walk in the room. "Happy birthday, Sakura-chan." Naruto grinned. "Oh, hi Naruto," she said, a little disappointed that Naruto didn't miss. Here Sakura-chan, I got you." Before Naruto could finish, someone bumped into him and Sakura was wearing a white dress holding a cup with red juice. Naruto bumped into Sakura, knocking the drink into her. "Naruto, you idiot. Look what you did to my dress," Sakura yelled. Naruto was a little dazed and saw his birthday present on the ground and tried to pick it up when a foot smashed it. "Sakura-chan, looks what you did." Naruto whispered. No. Look at what you did, my dress is a mess. Now Sasuke won't dance with me. You demon. I knew it was a bad idea inviting you here. You're just a hopeless screw up who knows no better. Sakura ranted. Sakura-chan. Stop calling me that, can't you tell I don't like you? You're just a nuciance in the way of my true love. You are a demon just like that thing inside of you. Sakura took her foot off Naruto's present and stomped on it over and over. Everyone in the room watched the tears fall from Naruto's face. He stood up, having his hair block his eyes. I see, that's how you really feel then. I'll leave you alone from now on. Sorry about your dress. Catch you later. Naruto whispered, walking away from Sakura. But she wasn't finished. She grabbed his shoulder and swung him around and socked him. With a thud, Naruto fell down. Before Sakura could finish him, Ino stepped in the way. That's enough, Sakura. Why would you hit Naruto? She yelled. Why are you protecting that demon? He's lucky it was only a punch. Next time it will be worse. Sakura yelled back. Ino turned to see tears pouring from Naruto. He looked up at Sakura with dark blue eyes instead of his sky blue. Is that how you feel, Sakura? He whispered. With a burning passion. She growled. Naruto shuddered and ran off. Naruto. Ino called. Why are you worried about him? My dress is ruined. Sasuke-kun will never dance with me now. Sakura groaned. You're right, he won't. He left a little while ago when Naruto appeared. A classmate of Sakura's stated. What? Damn that demon. He ruined everything. The Pinkett stormed off. Ino looked at the smashed pendant that was under Sakura's foot. She knelt and opened it. She gasped at what she saw. A picture of Team 7 on the back of the pendant was words. To Sakura-chan, the person I love the most. A few tears dropped from Ino's face before she took off for her fellow blonde. He's been rejected for the last time. It's now time to accept him. Naruto ran down the streets of Konoha in a hurry. He was suddenly halted when he ran into someone. Hey, what's the rush, Naruto? Naruto looked up and saw the person who accepted him the most. He instantly embraced him in a hug, crying into his face. Why? Why does she have to be so cold? Iruka-sensei, why? He sobbed. Naruto. What's wrong? Iruka asked. All I did was love her. Why? Why did she say so many mean things? Naruto continued. Understanding a little bit about who he was talking about, he was about to speak when someone called his name. Naruto. Ino ran to him. What do you want, Ino? Naruto asked coldly, sending her back a little. I wanted to give you this, you left it. She pulled out the smashed pendant. Naruto took it from her and chucked it far away. He wiped his tears, revealing his eyes red. I could care less. Thanks though. I feel better, sensei, thanks. See you guys around. Naruto turned tail, leaving Iruka and Ino shocked about what just happened. Ino, we need to talk. Iruka stated. Ino nodded. Hokage Monument. Naruto was sitting on the fourth Hokage's head, staring at the village with ocean blue lifeless eyes. He was thinking about nothing when he heard a demonic laugh from within. He closed his eyes, and when he opened them, he was standing in a dark room with pipes everywhere. The only thing he stared at was the huge cage in front of him. Red demonic eyes were glaring at him from within the cage, bearing fangs. That was a hard hit. You okay, Kit? The beast asked. I'm fine, thanks for asking, Kyuubi. Naruto said. You don't seem fine. Your heart is broken, isn't? Kyuubi asked. Yes. I need to focus on other things like training for the exams. Will you help? Naruto wondered. What will I get? The beast bargained. I know how much you detest these clothes, so I will change them. I'll eat other things than just ramen. Maybe one day before I die. Naruto stopped. Yes. The fox told him to finish. I'll set you free. Then you can do whatever you want, I don't care. Just until I die to become Hokage. Naruto shrugged. Those terms seem agreeable. Just one more thing. What? Forget about her. Forget about her till your heart is healed. But live in happiness. When you are sad, it becomes very dark. I like it when it's bright. Do we have a deal? The Nine Tails asked. Yes. But no doubt for the next few days it will be dark, but I'll give you some light once in a while. Naruto smiled small. She must have hurt you really bad if you are considering my feelings, Kit. Kyuubi stated. It doesn't matter, so when do I get your help? The blonde asked. In a poof, a big scroll was in front of him with blood red color. This is my summoning contract. With this you will be able to summon me when you are at your utmost limit. You will be able to summon other things, it doesn't matter. Once you sign it, your chakra, stamina, physical, hearing, smell, awareness, chakra signature and mental strength will rise considerably. Your inner training will also commence. I have lived for a total of 900,000 years. Over that time I was able to learn from you humans about jutsu. All the ninjutsu scrolls one have will help you. It would also be wise for me to teach you kenjutsu. So I will. In 3 days your chakra will be combined with mine. Your body can't take the shock, so you will be training here for the time being till you recover. Understood. The demon Kitsune explained. Crystal. Thank you, Kyuubi-sensei. Naruto bowed before submitting his name in the scroll. Good, now let your training begin, my student. Reality. Naruto opened his eyes to find himself in his room on his bed. Everything changes. Thank you, Kyuubi-sama. Naruto whispered before closing his eyes, beginning his training. Next day, training grounds. Sasuke leaned against a tree waiting for his team till he saw Sakura. Hi Sasuke-kun. I never got to thank you for coming to my party. She smiled. It was the least I could do. Sasuke smirked. They waited 10 minutes waiting for their blonde teammate, but instead Kakashi appeared. Yo. He expected to hear Naruto yell about his absence, but nothing. He looked to see just Sakura and Sasuke. Where's Naruto? He asked. I thought you knew. Sasuke said. Nope, haven't seen him since the day before Sakura's birthday. Kakashi frowned. Who cares? He won't be no help to us anyway, so let's just start. Sakura said, irritated. If you say so. Come on, let's begin. Kakashi winked. The next day Team 7 had the same results. Sasuke and Kakashi finally concluded if he didn't show the next day they would go looking for him. Sakura could care less. Third day. Sasuke was walking up towards the bridge when he saw someone looking over the rail. The boy looked 13, wearing a black shirt like Sasuke's but without the sleeves and orange line going through the middle till it reached his baggy black ninja pants with orange flames at the sides with black sandals. Sasuke noticed the leaf headband embedded on the knee. What caught him by surprise was the blonde hair with a tint of orange in it. Yo, Tem. The boy greeted in a cool voice. Naruto. Is that you? You look cool as hell. I know. Naruto smirked. Sasuke noticed a sheathed sword strapped to his back. You have a sword since when? Sasuke asked. Since 3 days ago. Sorry for not making the training sessions, I was sick. He half lied. Hi Sasuke-kun. Sakura greeted behind him. She was standing right next to him when she noticed Naruto. Hi, who are you? She smiled. Why do you care? He asked a little cold. I'm sorry. Just curious is all. Damn, what the hell is his problem? Sakura said, thought. You. The blonde replied. He can hear my thoughts. Sakura gasped. Mostly because you're simple-minded. But yes, I can read your thoughts. Naruto smirked without taking his eyes off the stream. Yo. You're late, Kakashi-sensei. Naruto said coolly. Kakashi turned his head and saw who he thought he had to look for. Naruto. You look different. Kakashi stammered at his appearance. That's Naruto. He looks so different. Why so surprised? Sakura. Thought the demon would never come back. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm back. Naruto stated cold. Naruto, where have you been? We need to make up for your training. Kakashi said. No need. While I was on vacation I was training. Just continue and I'll follow along. Naruto shrugged. Okay. Before we were working on taijutsu, ninjutsu, and genjutsu. Today you're working on all 3, correct? Naruto interrupted. Why yes, how did you? Wild guess, come on. I don't have time to waste. Naruto walked away. What happened to you, Naruto? Kakashi wondered. Why is he acting so cold? There has to be a reason. Sasuke thought. Naruto stopped without turning his back. He spoke. Thanks for your concern, Sasuke, sensei. But to answer your questions, ask Sakura. Said person, I know I look cool, but you don't want to cheat on your beloved Sasuke-kun, do you? Naruto mocked and continued walking. Both men turned their heads to the girl. They both asked in unison. What did you do? Team 7 was standing in front of Kakashi facing him waiting for what he had to say. Okay team, today you will be put against each other. Then the winner will face me. First up Sakura versus Sasuke. Get in position, Kakashi ordered. The two genin got into fighting stances facing each other. Begin. Sakura charged at Sasuke preparing her attack. Sasuke however saw this coming without his Sharingan and knocked Sakura out instantly. You're too slow. Before he could finish his sentence he was greeted with a punch on his right side, sending him tumbling. Sasuke stood back up and did some hand signs. Fire style. Small fire. He blew a small fire which caught Sakura by surprise. Stop. Good Sasuke, but don't get cocky, could be your downfall. Nice work Sakura, put in some more speed. Naruto. Roger. Naruto walked to the field facing Sasuke. Ready dope. Sasuke smirked. Yup. Naruto returned the smirk. Ready, begin. Sasuke took off towards Naruto readying a punch which he swung but was caught by Naruto. Sasuke anticipated this and swung his leg to kick his head but Naruto ducked with ease. Naruto dug his free fist in Sasuke's stomach sending him flying back. In a burst of speed Naruto was running beside Sasuke who was in mid-flight. Fox style. Ascension. Naruto started punching with a barrage with his fists sending Sasuke up and down. Naruto stopped in front of Sasuke's head and kicked his back upwards sending him flying up high. Sasuke-kun. Sakura called. Naruto jumped up in front of Sasuke and slammed his foot with Sasuke's head knocking him down hard creating a crater. Naruto gently floated back down with his hands in his pockets. I know you're toying with me Sasuke. And I know where you are. Naruto smiled looking down at the ground under him. He simply stepped back watching a hand burst up from the ground. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Tem, tem, tem. Naruto bent down and grasped the arm and pulled it up with force revealing a shocked Sasuke. When will you ever learn? After that said Naruto let the arm go and socked Sasuke in the face sending him flying back to Kakashi crashing against a tree. He's more than just. Sasuke passed out. Naruto cracked his knuckles. Your turn, Kakashi. Naruto pointed. Kakashi looked back at Sasuke before walking up to the field book still in hand. What? No critique. Naruto mocked. Why is it all of a sudden his skills nearly rival mine? Naruto heard Kakashi's thought but decided to ignore it. Alright Naruto, you want critique. Well you were sloppy. Kakashi stated. I know what you're trying to do Kakashi, but that knucklehead ninja you knew before is gone. Believe it. Naruto smirked before crouching on all fours. What is this stance? It's like an animal's. Kakashi frowned under his mask. Fox style. Crouching strike. Naruto whispered low enough for the silver-haired man not to hear. He won't be able to stay like that for long. Kakashi thought. Hearing this thought it infuriated Naruto. Don't underestimate me, you closet pervert. Naruto growled charging at Kakashi still on all fours. When he got close Kakashi anticipated a punch so he held out his hand to catch but felt pain instead. He looked to see Naruto slash his hand with his sword before vanishing. Kakashi felt his leg being slashed then his arm next his back. Genjutsu. He wondered. No. Fox style. Howling wind. Naruto yelled everywhere. Kakashi's eyes couldn't keep up and the slashes just kept coming. Deciding to do something Kakashi jumped out of the area. What was that? Kakashi contemplated. Naruto appeared a few feet away from Kakashi with his sword sheathed. Now will you stop underestimating me? Naruto folded his arms. I'll try. Kakashi put his book away, then pulled up his headband revealing his Sharingan eye. With this I can see where his. What is this? Kakashi yelled. Tell me what do you see sensei? Naruto smirked. In Kakashi's Sharingan eye he saw Naruto engulfed in yellow flames as chakra. Basically chakra mode. Naruto. What happened to you? What is this? Kakashi asked. Hey, that is my inner power. In the 3 days of my absence, I've been training my mind, body, and senses. But I revealed too much already, so let's get back to the fight. Naruto got into a fighting stance. Kakashi stood up and got into his own fighting stance. Ready for round 2, Naruto charged Kakashi. Kakashi was waiting for Naruto to come so he can stop him, but he suddenly saw 4 Narutos cornering him and closing in. Not really knowing which one was real, he turned his back to intercept the back one, but was quickly thrown off when he was sent flying forward. What happened? Where are the other 3? Kakashi asked. Your Sharingan's useless, Kakashi. There were no other 3, what you saw was an illusion to the Sharingan. You depend too much on your eye. If you used your eye, then you would have blocked my attack, but you didn't. Naruto smirked. Is this really the same Naruto? His fashion style just didn't change, but his whole everything. Kakashi took a look at Sakura, who was helping Sasuke wake up. Sakura, what did you do to him? Kakashi then felt a sharp metal against his neck and saw Naruto pointing his sword at his neck. Naruto. Don't do it, kid. You will regret it. Kyuubi warned. Oh yeah, how so? Naruto asked out loud. Because he is innocent. Yes, you should channel your anger into fighting, but not against your precious people. Kyuubi replied. Naruto scowled at his answer but complied, sheathing his sword and turning his back. This was a complete waste of my time. Get those other 2 at least a little bit stronger so we can enter the exams. Because this was not enough. If you need me, just come find me. I'll be training on my own for the next 2 months. Come find me if we take any C-rank missions or higher. Later, Naruto walked to Sasuke, not giving Sakura so much of a glance. Wake up, Tem. Naruto smiled. Sasuke began to stir before he opened his eyes to see the all too familiar sky blue eyes gazing at him. Good, you're awake. Listen, since you are like my best friend, I'll let you know where I'll be for the next 2 months. If you ever need training partner, let me know. And I'll be glad to help you gain some power to solve your problem. Alright, see ya. With that, Naruto turned tail while leaving a note in Sasuke's pocket. How does he know about that? His best friend. Alright Naruto, I'll play your little game. Sasuke smirked, looking to where Naruto walked off. Sasuke's smirk turned to a frown. Kakashi walked up to his 2 students, sharing a glance with Sasuke while nodding. Sakura. Only one person can change Naruto like that. 4 days ago Naruto was Naruto. But then after your party he goes missing for 3 days and returns like this. Kakashi stated. What are you trying to say, sensei? Sakura asked. It was Sasuke's turn to speak. We're asking, what did you do to Naruto? Okay. But first, Sasuke-kun, what is that smell? Sakura asked. Smell what are yo? Oh crap. How could he make me do that? Sasuke thought. Forget about that for now. Tell us what happened for him to change. Sasuke demanded, trying to figure out how he was gonna clean his underwear. I don't know, all I did was yell at him when he spilled my drink on my white dress. But that's all. Sakura shrugged. Yes, but Sakura, you always yell and nag Naruto about the useless things. What did you say to him? And what was his reaction? Kakashi questioned. Why the hell does it matter? It's just Naruto. I bet in 2 days he'll be back to his old annoying self. Sakura waved off the question. Damn it, Sakura, he's your teammate. If you won't tell me what happened, I'll just have to ask him myself. Bet he's willing to tell me. Sasuke stormed off looking for his blonde friend. Sakura, what is wrong with you? Why do you treat him so badly? Kakashi asked, a little annoyed. Because he's a demon, sensei. Can't you tell? Remember our fight with Zabuza and Haku? Naruto went haywire. You said it yourself that day, it was Kyuubi. That monster nearly destroyed our village. That demon killed my father. And it's all Naruto's fault. Sakura teared. I knew you had a little dislike to your teammate, but this is just a whole new low. I'm disappointed in you, Sakura. Kakashi frowned under his mask before leaving with a poof. I don't care. That's no teammate, that's a demon. After changing his clothes and taking a shower, Sasuke set out to find the dope, but had no luck. Maybe I should see if he's at his house. Sasuke whispered to himself before walking past Ichiraku. Another bowl Ayame-chan. He heard a familiar voice yell. I'm such an idiot. Sasuke thought, walking in the ramen shop sitting on a stool. Sasuke. What are you doing here? Naruto asked. It's nice to see that the ramen-loving side of you didn't change. Sasuke smirked. Well, when you don't eat for 3 days, that can do that to you. Naruto smirked back. Sasuke gazed at Naruto, who was slurping down his hot meal. Naruto. Sasuke called. Naruto finished and looked at Ayame's back. Come on, Sasuke, we need to talk. I tell you everything that happened the past 4 days. If you're up to it. Naruto smirked with a question. Alright. Sasuke nodded, following Naruto, who laid down the exact amount of money for his meals. Naruto and Sasuke were sitting on top of the Shodai's head on the monument. So are you gonna tell me? Sasuke asked. Why should I when I can show you? Naruto raised an eyebrow, still looking over the village. Naruto. What happened? Sasuke asked, persistent. Sasuke, how much are you willing to give up to make your dream a reality? Naruto asked, ignoring his question. Sasuke cast his head down. What if I told you I can give you the ability to at least stand your ground? Naruto finally faced him. What are you saying, Naruto? Sasuke looked at him with serious eyes. It's those eyes that will not only help you but bring you loneliness. Naruto stated. But you have the same eyes. Those eyes of hatred. Sasuke shouted. Sasuke, my eyes are looking for recognition, not vengeance. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong, but you're going about this all the wrong way. Naruto closed his eyes, facing towards the village. What do you mean? There is a way to grant your vengeance without throwing your happiness away. That's what I mean. I can help you, Sasuke. I have enough power to give you nearly the same power as mine. Look me in my eyes, Sasuke. Naruto opened his eyes, turning to Sasuke, revealing his eyes in Kyuubi mode. Doing what he was told, Sasuke gazed in his rival's eyes. Sasuke opened his eyes to find him staring at a giant cage. Don't be afraid, Sasuke. Sasuke looked to see Naruto kneeling beside him, looking towards the cage. Rise, my student. Introduce me to your brother. A demonic voice commanded. Naruto followed orders and stood up. This is Sasuke, sensei. The one I wish to help train. Naruto stated. I see. His chakra is higher than yours before the synchronization. Tell me, Uchiha, what is your dream? The voice asked. My dream is to kill Itachi Uchiha. To me, nothing else matters. Sasuke answered. I see. My pupil wishes to help you attain your dream. Do you think this is wise? Kyuubi asked. Sasuke took a look at Naruto, who was still gazing at the cage. No, I don't know why he would go so far for me. Sasuke nodded. We suffer from our bonds. But our bonds is what bring us close to one another. Naruto looked at Sasuke with a smirk. I may have not have had a family or a brother, but being with you seems like what having a brother is like. I'm choosing to help you on my own free will, because to me you're more than just a friend but my brother. Naruto smiled from his heart. My pupil speaks the truth. As a request from him, I will train you both in the ways of the sage. You two are part of the Rakudo Sennin. Sasuke Uchiha, I grant you permission to sign my contract. And the Fox contract for both of you, since I chose the right to. Naruto, our deal still remains. Kyuubi stated. Of course, Kyuubi-sama, that will never change until you decide. Naruto bowed. In front of Sasuke was the Kyuubi's summoning contract. I will give you my power, Sasuke. Your power, chakra, stamina, physical and mental strength along with your senses will increase largely. Since you have not dealt with my power before, unlike Naruto, you will be out of commission for 5 days. In that time you will and Naruto will be learning from me. Understood. The Nine Tails explained. Yes, Kyuubi-sensei. Sasuke bowed before noticing 6 slots in total, one already being signed, which was Naruto's name. Pardon me if I may, sensei, but what are with the 6 slots? Sasuke wondered. I may allow 4 more people to sign my contract. It is all because of the Rakudo Sennin. Kyuubi answered his new pupil. Sasuke shrugged before signing the contract. Sensei, this fox contract, what is it? Naruto asked. Ah yes, since Sasuke is now my pupil, I had to find a way to split my summoning of you. So by summoning the fox contract, you are allowed a one-tailed fox newly born from my power and yours. As your power and knowledge increase, so does their tails. It's like being an Inuzuka. You can keep your fox around you if you choose. They also can change their size from a small pup to my size. Kyuubi explained. From the cage walked two small foxes with one tail. One fox was raven-colored like Sasuke's hair and had yellow slitted eyes. The next was an orange-red fur fox with slightly longer hair with slitted sky-blue eyes. Sasuke-sama, I am your fox. What do you plan on naming me? The raven fur fox asked, bowing his head. Izuna. Yes, that will be your name, Izuna. Sasuke smiled, picking up his fox and resting it on his shoulder. Naruto-kun, what is my name? The red-orange fur fox bowed. I don't know why, but your name will be Kushina. Naruto grinned, picking up his vixen, putting her on his head. Sister, I think we finally found our masters. Izuna stated. Yup. Daddy, I think you picked up the right ones. Kushina grinned. Hey, don't thank me, thank your masters. Kyuubi smirked. Both foxes looked at their masters and licked their faces, thanking them. Sasuke, we won't be able to train till the second day of your synchronization. Only 3 minutes have passed in the real world. 4 days training is 2 weeks here. We will start your training by yourself, then your team work with your teammate, then with your pups. Izuna, Kushina, don't think you two are safe without training, so be prepared. Farewell. Kyuubi closed his eyes, releasing the connection. Sasuke opened his eyes and looked to see his pup Izuna on his shoulder and Kushina on Naruto's head. Alright Sasuke, let's get you home before the chakra hits you. Time for redemption is up. Sakura walked to the training grounds to not find Sasuke, which seemed strange to her. Where could he be? She asked out loud. Sakura, where's Sasuke? I didn't expect to see Naruto, but Sasuke's always here for training. Kakashi stated, walking from behind her. I don't know, sensei, I'm worried. Sakura frowned, which made Kakashi a little annoyed. Suddenly Iruka appeared with a frown on his face. Iruka, what do you need? Kakashi asked. Naruto was told by Sasuke that he is sick and probably will be for the next few days. He doesn't want any visitors besides Naruto. Iruka informed. If Naruto told you this, why didn't he come himself? Kakashi asked. His exact words were, I don't have time to be playing ninja with them. And he walked off. Iruka answered. Wait, why does Sasuke-kun only want Naruto to visit? I'm going to go see him and demand some answers. Sakura was about to storm off when Iruka grabbed her firmly and glared. Naruto also said any unwanted visitor would be dealt with by his hand. So I wouldn't try it. Naruto isn't in a good mood. Iruka glared. Kakashi caught wind of Iruka's attitude towards Sakura. Iruka, we need to talk later. But for now, thanks for the message. Alright Sakura, guess it will just be me and you for the next few days. Kakashi smirked, which made Sakura shudder, realizing it would just be her with brute training. Iruka nodded before leaving. Alright, lesson number 1, Taijutsu. Kyuubi World. In a vast green field sat the Kyuubi out of his cage, watching his pupils duel with one another. Sasuke nearly landed a punch to Naruto's face but was quickly jabbed by a punch to his gut, then a kick to his head, sending him flying. Kyuubi turned his head to the other groups of Naruto's and Sasuke's who were doing other tasks. Group 1 was meditating far away so they could concentrate. Group 2 were studying scrolls and performing ninjutsu. Group 3 were clashing with each other with their swords. Group 4 were running laps with a seal on their chests and chakra weights. Kyuubi observed their progress. 5 days more, like 2 days. Sasuke's body has already recovered from the sink. But they do need the time to train, but staying in this state will stunt their growth. It's only been 4 days since their training started. Naruto, Sasuke, stop. Kyuubi ordered, making the original who were doing taijutsu halt. It's been a while since your bodies have moved. It's good to train, but you also need fresh air. Go outside and move around for a few hours, then you can return. Don't worry about your groups, they will be fine. Kyuubi reassured. The two pupils bowed to their sensei before vanishing, waking up from their meditative pose. Naruto stretched while Sasuke rolled his neck. The bad thing about training like this is the stiffness afterwards. Naruto groaned. Hey whiner. It seems our taijutsu skills are even again. Sasuke pointed out. I guess. Come on, let's go. This pose is killing me. The two Fox students left the room, going out to the bright light. Naruto, tell me, where did you get the threads? I don't see them in the stores. Sasuke wondered. Oh, these bad boys. Hey, these are made from sensei's fur. He gave them to me after my training. He told me he is gonna give you yours after the 5th day. Naruto smiled. Where are we going? Sasuke asked. I have to go to the store to pick up some meat and veggies. What? Naruto asked, seeing Sasuke's confused face. I thought you only ate ramen. Sasuke mocked. Yeah, but I made a deal with sensei to eat more than ramen. He likes it, but not all the time. He told me if I ate more meat and vegetables it would increase his power to help us. So that's what I'm gonna do. Naruto said, walking into the grocery store. The Uchiha just followed because he had nothing else to do. You know, dope, we're gonna have to work with her. If we're ever gonna get past the exams. Sasuke said. Don't remind me. I know we have to, but I don't want to. Naruto growled, paying for his merchandise. I forgot something at the house. See ya tonight. Sasuke said, going towards his house. Naruto waved and did the same. When he walked up the stairs to get to his door, he saw someone he didn't think he ever see here. Ino, what are you doing here? Naruto asked, surprising her. Oh hi Naruto, I just wanted to talk to you for a little bit. Ino said nervously. Oh, well, come in then. Naruto said, opening the door and gesturing for her to come in. To Ino, the place wasn't like what she thought it would be. It was clean, everything belonged in a certain place, and it actually smelled nice. Would you like some water? It's the only thing I have for right now. Naruto said. Water's fine, thanks. She smiled. Naruto put away his stuff and got his guest some water, gesturing her to take a seat. So Ino, what did you want to talk about? Naruto asked. Taking a sip to calm her nerves, Ino replied. I wanted to see if you felt better since I saw you last. Ino said. I'm fine. Naruto shrugged. Naruto, I know I was rotten and mean to you when we were kids, and I want to say I'm sorry for that. I didn't know any better. And I was wondering if I could have another chance. Ino asked. Naruto just stared at her, not saying a word, which worried her. You saved her. Naruto finally spoke. Ino asked. When she was coming in to hit me again, instead of saving me, you saved her from a gruesome black eye. Naruto stated. Oh. Naruto closed his eyes. I forgive you. I can see in your eyes that you truly want to make things right. For your honesty and braveness, I'll give you another chance, Ino-chan. Naruto smiled, seeing Ino's eyes widened, hearing the suffix at her name. Thank you, Naruto-kun. I'm sorry for everything that happened. Ino smiled. Naruto gave her a hug before showing her the door. I'll see you later, Ino-chan. Naruto smiled before closing the door on his new friend. The darkness is going away, Kit. Slowly but lifting. The demon fox sensei smiled. Naruto opened his eyes to see the grassy field in front of him and Sasuke right beside him. Come on, Tem, let's continue our training. 7 days since Sasuke's synchronization, training field. Sakura appeared at her usual time at the training grounds. Ever since Kakashi found out what happened from Iruka, who was told by Ino, Kakashi has pumped up Sakura's training. Sakura looked up at the sky. I hope you get better soon, Sasuke-kun. Sakura was annoyed that Naruto was allowed to come see Sasuke, but she couldn't. I swear when I see that idiot I'm gonna give him an earful. Cha. Yo. Kakashi greeted with book still in hand. Hey sensei. Sakura smiled. Alright, let's sum up what you've learned the past 7 days. Kakashi nodded before he noticed 2 shadowy figures on branches. Who's there? Show yourself. Kakashi ordered. Both of them smirked before jumping off the branches, landing in front of the Jonin. Scanning them over, he noticed Naruto, but his hair was slightly longer, the other he didn't recognize at all. What's the matter, sensei can't recognize your own students? Naruto smirked. I think that's really gray hair's dope. The other smirked. Kakashi's eyes widened at hearing the remark. Sasuke, is that you? Kakashi asked in a shout. Sasuke stood beside Naruto wearing the same outfit with short sleeves, and his headband was branded in his sleeves. Also the Uchiha crest on his back with a purple line instead of orange going down the middle of his shirt and purple flames creeping up the side of his pants. His arm sleeves were replaced with bandages. Sasuke-kun. Sasuke-kun, you're all better. Sakura shrieked before jumping Sasuke, who sidestepped, letting her land on her face. Don't even think about it. Sasuke sneered. We came for some sparring, Kakashi, if you're up to it, of course. Naruto smirked. This attire, if he is wearing the same as Naruto, then could that mean Sasuke is as strong? Kakashi thought before sighing. Sakura, I think now is the time. Do it. Kakashi commanded. Sakura dusted herself off and looked at Naruto, who was focused on Kakashi. Naruto, can I speak with you alone? Sakura asked in a cheery voice. No. Sure. Naruto shrugged, walking towards a tree with Sakura. Sasuke smirked and looked at Kakashi. Well, do you accept? Sasuke questioned. Sure, why not? Kakashi stepped back, lifting up his headband. What's wrong not reading your book? Sasuke mocked. You two have changed while you were gone. I don't know what happened, but maybe your fighting skills will tell me. Kakashi replied. Hey, things have changed. But I'm still who I am, and so is Naruto. We're just a little bit protective right now. We only have each other for now. Now enough talk. Let's start. Sasuke yelled, charging Kakashi. What do you want to talk about? Naruto asked, bored. I want to apologize for what happened. I'm sorry for hitting you. I was mad at you for ruining my dress. Sakura waited for something and Naruto noticed. What? He asked. Your turn to say sorry. Sakura stated, earning a glare from Naruto. There's nothing to say sorry for. Your drink spilled on accident, it wasn't my fault. Naruto said, annoyed. You did more than just that, you idiot. You ruined my party and my chance with Sasuke. Sakura yelled. Naruto just turned around and started walking away from her. Where are you going? I'm not done with you. Sakura leapt and tugged Naruto around only to receive a kick at her stomach, sending stumbling back. Don't you ever overstep your boundaries again. I'm not the bumbling fool you knew back then. I'm done taking your shit, Sakura, so you better put up or shut up. Naruto growled. Sakura managed to get back on her feet. Sparring me you right now? Sakura growled back. Are you sure that's wise? I could kill you. Naruto smirked. You won't, because you can't help loving me. Even though you act tough, you're still that idiot little boy. Sakura smirked. Naruto narrowed his eyes at the love part. Are you underestimating me? He asked, irritated, his anger rising very fast. Hey, nope. That's just what you. Sakura didn't finish when Naruto landed a punch at her face, sending her back more. You're not one to talk, forehead. Even Ino-chan is stronger than you. Naruto growled. What the hell did you call me? I'll kill you. Sakura yelled. Naruto's face was threatened when a sinister grin spread across his face, his eyes turning red. Just try it, bitch. Naruto smiled, which sent Sakura over the edge, darting at Naruto. Ladies and gentlemen, what you all been waiting for? Naruto kicking Sakura's equals P. Sakura raised her fist to hit with while running, while Naruto just put his hands behind his back, waiting for her to strike. When Naruto was within hitting range, Sakura changed her punch to an oncoming kick aimed for Naruto's head. Naruto bent back, dodging the kick, then sidestepped, dodging the next kick and the next. Having enough, Sakura darted after him over and over, trying to land a punch on him with no luck. Naruto yawned. Is this all you got? 7 days with Kakashi and this is it? How mediocre. Naruto dodged the next punch before ducking and slamming his head in Sakura's stomach before spinning behind her, slamming his knee in her waist, extending his leg, lifting her in the air. Naruto vanished and appeared a few inches above Sakura. Hey, weak. Naruto spun in the air. Heaven kick of pain. Naruto swung his leg down, crashing against Sakura's stomach and plummeting her to the ground, forming a crater. Still high in the air, Naruto wasn't finished. Without hand signs, 4 clones appeared beside him before free falling to crash on Sakura, which they did, causing immense pain to her. Naruto smirked before falling his fist in front of him. Eagle strike. Flying towards the ground, the shape of an eagle formed around Naruto. Connecting his fist with Sakura's chest, a bigger crater was formed even more. Naruto was straddling Sakura, raising his fist to hit her face. When he swung, he was stopped. That's enough, Naruto. Naruto looked to see Sasuke holding his arm, stopping him. Sasuke, Naruto whispered. Naruto, you at least easily broke 7 of her ribs. Take your anger out in the Chunin exams, not here. Sasuke lifted Naruto off of the beaten and bruised Sakura. Fine, what of Kakashi? Naruto asked, not concerned in the least bit. Knocked out cold. Sasuke smirked. Sasuke, I don't like this. Kakashi might not put us in the exams. We have to do something. Naruto frowned. Let's put on a genjutsu on the people who know us like this till the exams. Let them see our old selves till then. Sasuke suggested. I guess that could work. Let's do it, starting with these 2. Naruto nodded to the unconscious Sakura and Kakashi. Let's get started. Sasuke walked towards Kakashi before marking a seal on his forehead that faded quickly. Naruto did the same to Sakura. Sasuke, let's leave Ino out. It wouldn't be right after I gave her another chance. Naruto said. Sasuke nodded before the 2 took off to continue their training for the next few months. Leaving their teammate and sensei collapsed in their craters. Things are definitely changing. After placing the genjutsu on their team and everyone else, Naruto and Sasuke traveled to Demon Island to complete most of their training. Also feeling frisky, they took A rank and S rank missions from people who were too lazy to do it, paid them or were given by the Hokage, who easily saw their new strength. He is the Hokage after all. Meanwhile, the Genjutsu victims Team 7 were completing D and C rank missions but continued their false training. Till the time came where they had to decide to enter the exams. 2 boys wearing nearly the same identical clothing with swords strapped to their back walked in different directions to where Team 7 were meeting. Kono, if you're gonna come up with a disguise like that, at least be decent. A blonde ninja smiled at his fans' antics. Behind the blonde was a rock that flipped over, revealing the Konohamaru ninja squad. Wow, Naruto Nichan, you look so cool. When did you get a sword like that? And what's up with the awesome threads? Konohamaru bombarded his Nichan with questions. A little while ago. Naruto scratched his head. Naruto, what happened to your jumpsuit? A pink-haired Kunoichi asked. Naruto was about to send the asker a cold hard glare but remembered the genjutsu. Naruto just closed his eyes. I threw them out. A certain person thought I looked stupid in them. Naruto answered coldly instead, which sent a shiver down Sakura's spine. Naruto was about to turn tail when he felt someone tugging his pants. Hey Ni-chan, the way she's staring at you makes me think she's your girl. Is she? Konohamaru teased before being sent flying back from punch on his cheek. What did you say? Sakura yelled. Konohamaru stood up, rubbing his cheek. What was that for? Man, Ni-chan, how could you fall for someone with a billboard brow? Stupid hag. Konohamaru groaned. What? Sakura chased after Konohamaru. Oh dear, Ni-chan, shouldn't we go after them? Moegi asked. Naruto sighed. I guess, come on. Naruto walked after them and their annoying antics. He stopped when he saw Konohamaru bump into someone. Hey brat, watch where ya goin'. I'm too lazy to describe him, but I'm sure you all know it's Kankuro and Tamari. The man picked the boy up. That hurts, snotface. The black-suited man snarled. Konohamaru. The ninja squad called. Knock it off, we barely have time as is. The woman warned. It was my fault, I was fooling around. Sakura stuttered, worried for the young boy. Hey you, big ape. Put him down. Naruto warned, irritated where this had gone. I just want to play with him a little before the nuisance gets here. The big ape replied. Annoyed, Naruto stepped up. Unless you want to lose that arm, I suggest you put him down now. Naruto growled with killer intent, scaring the ninja squad and Sakura while shocking the woman and the man. A tough guy, hun. Well, let's see how tough you are. Without a second thought, Naruto was behind Kankuro with his sword around his neck, millimeters from cutting his throat. Tell me, Sasuke, what are pebbles gonna do besides weaken his hand? Naruto asked, not even looking away from the floor. In the trees above sat Sasuke while holding some pebbles. Hey, I was pretty sure I masked my chakra from you, Naruto. Sasuke smirked. Now you're lucky your arm hasn't been detached from your body yet. The reason is your blood would splatter all over Konohamaru. Now one last time. Let him go. Naruto growled. Sasuke looked to his right, sensing chakra. Kankuro, that's enough. A voice said, revealing himself where Sasuke was looking. You're a disgrace to our entire village. A boy with reed hair, a tattoo on his forehead, and a giant gourd standing upside down on the tree branch appeared. The man named Kankuro and the woman next to him started sweating bullets. Gee, Gaara. Listen, Gaara, they started it, they ran into. Kankuro instantly felt pain as he saw a blade slash his arm. In order to try and stop the pain, he let go of Konohamaru, and looked at the bastard who dared. I warned you, and you ignored me. It's your own fault. Naruto shrugged, walking to Konohamaru, who was choking. This guy who is he? Kankuro thought, glaring kunai at the blonde hero. Gaara took a sudden interest in the blonde and raven-haired boy, who realized him before appearing in a swirl of wind. Gaara was on the ground in the middle of his teammates. Sasuke took a look at the redhead, realizing what he just did. Wait. Sasuke leapt down from the tree in front of Naruto. Gaara looked at the matching clad genin. Who are you? Sasuke asked. What, not gonna ask why we're here or anything? The girl asked. No, we can tell from your headbands you're from Suna and you're probably here for the exams. Just tell us your names. Naruto ordered, getting a nod from Sasuke in agreement. Gaara of the Sand, at your service. Gaara introduced. Kankuro. The big ape man said in annoyance towards Naruto's commanding tone. Tamari. The pig-tailed girl smiled at Naruto and Sasuke's coolness. And who might you to be? Gaara asked. Naruto Uzumaki. Sasuke Uchiha. They both replied. Gaara shot them both a stare and sensed their demonic chakra hidden at bay. A small smile spread across his face. I hope we meet again, Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha. Come, let's go. Gaara turned and left. While the Konohamaru ninja squad were rambling about how cool Naruto was and Sakura googling over Sasuke. The two superior genin were having a mental conversation they figured how to do during their training. Sasuke, what do you think? Naruto asked. I think this Chunin exam will be interesting. Can't wait to see who else is here. Sasuke smirked inwardly. I agree, maybe we will have some competition. Naruto glanced towards the trees before he and Sasuke continued their walk with a smirk on his face. Stupid Oto nins. Naruto smiled. Let's keep an eye on them, they could be trouble. Sasuke warned. In the trees where Naruto took his glance sat a genin team of sound ninjas. Keep an eye on the blonde, raven-haired, and redhead, they might be trouble. The genin wrapped in bandages ordered before they all disappeared. Team 7 was walking down the hallway of the Ninja Academy. Sakura was very tensed at her teammates' behavior, outfits, and silence towards her. Sasuke, she was used to, but Naruto. She felt scared at the tone he gave her when she asked about his jumpsuit. What happened to you guys? First you were always bickering, but now you both seem the same. Sakura dared spoke her mind. Why the hell does it matter to you anyway? Naruto asked, very cold, which would freeze Sasuke. Naruto. She stopped looking at the blonde's back while he kept walking. Sakura. Naruto is hurting right now, and it is best not to upset him. Sasuke gave her advice in a comforting tone. Not after what you did. Sasuke growled low enough for her not to hear and kept walking, following the blonde's lead till they saw a crowd of people. In the crowd was a boy with a bowl-cut haircut, bushy eyebrows and green spandex bodysuit, which was on the floor with injuries. Is someone as talentless as you really gonna take the Chunin exam? Why bother? A kid with a bandage over his nose with two big swords on his back mocked, with another boy was beside him guarding the door that said 301. I don't have time for this, come on Tem, back me up. Naruto walked past the crowd to stand in front of the two boys. Hey look, another wannabe Chunin go home kid. It's a waste of time. The bandaged boy mocked. Get the hell out of my way you fuzz bags. Naruto commanded. Or what? The other boy asked. Simple. I'll kill you. Naruto shrugged. The two boys laughed at him. Oh yeah, try it. The boys launched themselves at him. Naruto dodged one kick and grabbed the other, swinging him into the bandaged boy. When they were down, Naruto drew his sword and pointed it at their hearts. Like I said, I'll kill you. Naruto sheathed his sword, turning back to the door, opening it, revealing 301 to be 201. Sasuke followed his lead once again while Sakura stood there dumbfounded at what she saw. Wait, blonde, what's your name? The boy with bushy brows asked. Naruto turned his head to face him. Naruto Uzumaki. Sasuke. Sakura, let's go. Naruto moved forward with his teammates behind. A boy with long single braided hair and pale white eyes stepped next the green-wearing boy. Naruto Uzumaki, hun. They must be from Kakashi's team. Where you going, Lee? The boy asked. I need to check something out. I'll be back soon. The boy named Lee took off towards Naruto's group. That's the fox brat. When did he become so cold? Ha, there it is. Who knows, but that was intense. Haven't felt such bloodlust since, well, never. Seems things will get interesting after all. The two boys who Naruto owned transformed to two Jonin. Meanwhile, further into the hallway of 201. Naruto, what you did back there, wah? Sakura couldn't finish when she saw both of their teammates look up. His chakra is faint, but I can feel it. Sasuke spoke while Naruto nodded. So you spotted me, I see. Naruto Uzumaki, me and you battle right now. Lee leapt down from the balcony he was standing on. Sorry, I have no intention of fighting you, but you can fight Sasuke. Naruto pointed to his friend. Sasuke Uchiha. Okay, I accept the challenge. Lee said. Sasuke faced Naruto and glared. Damn it, dope, I never said I wanted to fight this weirdo. I swear you'll make up for this later. Sasuke grumbled, turning back to Lee, who was in fighting position. Fine, let's go. Sasuke nodded. Lee raised an eyebrow at his opponent. Why aren't you in a fighting stance? He asked. Just shut up and come at me. Sasuke commanded. Lee nodded and rushed at Sasuke with multiple kicks that he easily dodged. He's fast. But I'm faster. Lee thought, with a more barrage of punches and kicks, but with no success. Come on, Sasuke, end it already. Naruto ordered. Fine. Sasuke moved into a crouching position before disappearing and reappearing behind Lee. Sasuke put his hand in a formation before slamming his hands in Lee's back. Black Star Big Wave. Sasuke roared while Lee fell to the ground in pain. Alright, let's go. See you later, bushy brows. Naruto waved, leaving the green-clad genin on the floor before he was watched over by someone else. Hey, so they took Lee down, hun? Kakashi, my eternal rival, your team is strong. Naruto and his teammates walked to room 301 when they saw Kakashi. Glad you three made it on time. Naruto, Sasuke. You look, well, Kakashi stuttered, taking in Naruto and Sasuke's appearance. Cool as hell. Naruto smirked. Damn straight. Sasuke smirked as well. Kakashi shook his head in disbelief. Anyway, I'm proud of you three. Now your chance to become Chunin and exceed in the ranks. Go on and make me proud. Kakashi gave them an eye smile. Sure. Later. Naruto said, a little cold before passing the stunned Kakashi. When Sakura reached him, he sort of snapped out of it to ask. What happened to Naruto? Kakashi wondered. I don't know, sensei, he was an idiot one moment, then an ice age the next. Sakura frowned before leaving her teacher. Once Naruto opened the doors, Sakura gasped at seeing all the people. They all are genin, she stuttered. What a waste of life. Naruto smirked. He was hopped on by someone. He narrowed his eyes at the person he saw, then grinned. Hey, Ino-chan. He smiled his foxy grin, which shocked Sakura. Hi, Naruto-kun. Sasuke-kun, forehead. Ino glared at Sakura, who returned the glare. It's been a while, hun, Ino-chan. Naruto asked, pulling her off with that same smile. Yup. So how was you guys' training? She asked the two boys. It was well a workout. Sasuke smirked. Who are you two? I haven't seen you before. A boy with black hair in a ponytail pineapple asked. Shikamaru. Can't you see it's Naruto and Sasuke? Ino scolded. That's Naruto. Screw up. Class clown that Naruto. He seems bloodthirsty, but I can't tell. Shikamaru thought. Nope, not bloodthirsty, just irritated. Naruto shrugged. Wait, did you read my mind? Shikamaru gasped. Yup, Sasuke can too. Part of the training. Naruto nodded. Well, no amount of training can help you in the exam. You all are pitiful, thinking you can waltz on by with no worries. Wrong. A boy with glasses in purple clothes and silver hair mocked. Naruto narrowed his eyes at him. And who the hell are you? Sasuke glared. Easy there. My name is Kabuto Yakushi. And like everyone else here, I'm taking the exam. You know, if you need information on someone, I can help with my ninja info cards. He pulled out a deck of cards. No thanks, not interested. It's better to not know your opponent's stats before battle, takes away the fun. Naruto waved his request away. Yeah, but it couldn't hurt. Pull up Gaara of the Sand and Rock Lee. Sasuke ordered. You know their names. Great, makes it easier. First up is Rock Lee. Kabuto pressed his fingers against the card and a picture of Lee and his information came up. Rock Lee of Konoha. His abilities besides his taijutsu is nothing to worry about. He's a year older than all of you, but his first time taking the exams. His partners are Neji Hyuga and Ten. Kabuto reported. Naruto showed no interest whatsoever, leaning against the wall in a meditating trance. Now Gaara of the Sand. That's odd, I have no information besides he's from Suna and has completed 1B rank mission. Wow. His skills are unknown to me. Sorry. Kabuto shrugged. Suddenly, in a flash of green, someone was standing in front of Kabuto. Look up the names Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha. The person who was Lee ordered. Naruto Uzumaki. Why him? I understand Sasuke, but why? Just do it. Lee ordered. Alright. Kabuto raised his hands in defense. Afterwards, he summoned the information. Okay, Naru. In sudden, the two cards burst into flames, one orange and another purple. My cards. Who did that? Kabuto glared. I only have one guess. Lee faced Naruto, who was still leaning against the wall. Naruto opened his eyes very slowly, revealing a ripple ring pattern before turning to sky blue. I am Naruto Uzumaki and I'll beat you all. Yeah, that felt good. Naruto yelled with a grin on his face, pointing at the crowd. You idiot. What do you think you're doing revealing that? Sasuke punched Naruto's head. Ow. What was that for Tem? Naruto stomped his foot. Just when you thought he looked cool, he does something totally stupid. Shikamaru thought. While Kabuto was watching Naruto and Sasuke rant at each other, three ninja went for him. One ninja wrapped in bandages was about to strike when he stopped, a blade at his throat. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Naruto suggested, holding the blade at his throat. How did you move so fast? The ninja asked. Hey, training. Naruto smirked, having everyone's eyes on him besides Sasuke, who was holding back the other two with his double-bladed sword. Will everyone just calm down? Someone yelled before a group of people appeared in a puff of smoke, clearly Jonin. You two put your blades away, and you three, you won't be able to fight mindlessly unless a proctor gives you permission. Now everyone group with your teams. The head Jonin with scars on his face commanded. Naruto and Sasuke stood next to each other while Sakura was next to Sasuke. So dope, scared? Sasuke asked. Hey, what is there to be scared about? I trained my body to its limit these past months. I'm ready for anything. Naruto grinned. All right, you maggots, this first exam is a written exam. The Jonin stated. A written exam? Awesome. Wait, what the hell? You're kidding me. Naruto yelled at the top of his lungs. No kid, I'm not. Now my name is Ibiki Morino and I'm your proctor for this exam. Now everyone take a number and find your seat. Ibiki ordered. Only one thing was going through Naruto's mind. My life. Alright, I'm just gonna start the test cuz it's way too troublesome to give all the information. These answers are way too difficult if I can barely figure it out. Naruto sure can't. Well, he is different, way different. But he did curse at the top of his lungs. I hope you are okay, Naruto. Sakura smiled. What the hell? I trained for months on my body stamina, chakra and coldness to Sakura, and I have to take a damn test. What the hell? I don't know any of this crap. Naruto was sweating buckets. Naruto is having more than just trouble, he has no clue. Oh, the irony. He trains himself to the limit but forgot about test-taking skills. Just hold on, Naruto. I have to figure this crap out myself. Wait. Of course I get it now. They want us to cheat but enough not to get caught. Come on, Naruto. Figure this out before people start realizing. Sasuke activated his Sharingan, which had 3 tomos instead of 2, and found the right person copying his answers. Naruto was still sweating buckets trying to figure out what to do. Naruto, why you can copy my answers? Naruto turned his head to the voice and saw Hinata. Hinata, I didn't even realize you sitting there. I can copy your answers, really? Well, give here. Naruto grinned slightly, looking at her paper before hearing a pencil being used. Damn it, so that's their game, hun. Sorry, Hinata, I can't take your answers. What kind of Hokage would I be if I was a cheat? Plus, I couldn't bear getting you in trouble for my selfishness. Don't worry, I can handle it, believe it. Naruto gave her his foxy grin. Thank you, Naruto. She smiled before turning away. Naruto did the same. Oh great, she believed me. Now I have to live up to my honor. He cried. Ino was glaring at Sakura, waiting for her to finish writing. Great, she's finished. Now I can get her answers. Ino smirked, forming her clan's hand sign. Mind transfer jutsu. Ino's body went slump. Shikamaru and Choji, who were apart from each other, caught wind of this. Ino is asleep. She must be using her technique. Shikamaru nodded. Oh great, Ino's using that soul possession crap. Choji shuddered. Thanks Sakura, you're such a dear. Not. Now I have to memorize these answers and give them to Shikamaru and Choji. The possessed Sakura looked over to a sweating Naruto who was breaking down. And Naruto-kun, if I can. Ino nodded inwardly before leaving Sakura's body and to Naruto's. Once he was possessed, something scared her. Ino was standing in front of a huge cage, gazing at the blonde boy leaning against it with his eyes closed. From the feel of your chakra, you're not Sasuke. So who or why, Ino-chan? What are you doing here? I could have killed you. Naruto shouted. Naruto-kun, where am I? What's in the cage? Ino asked nervously. Please go, Ino, I don't want to lose you too. Please. Naruto begged. Naruto-kun, is this the demon inside of you? Ino asked. Naruto's head fell down. Yes. This is the 9-tailed fox, and my sensei. This is what Sakura was talking about. Now go, leave me like she did. Be like all the others, all under. Naruto looked down to see Ino hugging him. No, Naruto-kun, I will not leave you. Your heart is still bleeding. I'm here to stop the bleeding. I just came here to give you the answers. Ino smiled. Ino-chan. Thank you. Go, I don't need the answers. I'll figure them out, don't you worry about it. Naruto gave her the fox grin. Okay. Bye, Naruto-kun. Ino faded away, leaving Naruto to his thoughts. She cares about you. Do you think I should recruit her? Kyuubi asked from his cage. I don't know. I already saved Sasuke. It's your choice, sensei. Naruto faded away, returning back to his test, staring at it with a blank expression. Damn it, why didn't get the answers from Ino when I had the chance? My life. Naruto cursed inwardly, scratching his head wildly. Okay, pencils down. It's time for the 10th question. Ibiki said, making everyone stop. But before I ask the question, there's a new rule. If you leave now, you can try again next year, but if you stay and get the question wrong, you'll be a genin for the rest of your lives. Ibiki said in a grave tone of voice. That's bull, what kind of rule is that? Kiba roared. It's my rule and it's a new one. So any takers? Ibiki raised an eyebrow. Few people walked out before Naruto snapped out of his shock and raised his hand, who beat Sakura to the punch. Naruto heard her recent thoughts because she wasn't out of range like Sasuke and smiled. Slam. Who the hell do you take me for a fool? There's no way I'm gonna give up. If I become a genin for the rest of my life, so what? I have become a ninja. And I'm damn proud of it. So what do you say to that? Naruto yelled. Ibiki turned his head to the proctors who nodded and then back to the genin taking in their numbers. I say, you pass. Ibiki smiled. What? What do you mean we pass? Is this some kind of joke? Tamari yelled. No joke. I wanted to know if you had the guts to challenge my question. Plus you all seem confident in your answer, so I'll pass you. Ibiki kept his smile. Then what the hell was this fucking test for? Naruto asked, angry for being nervous. The test served its purpose. You see, by making this test incredibly difficult, most of you would have cheated. But in a spy mission you have to cheat without being caught, meaning using whatever your abilities can give you. So congratula. Boom. A person came crashing in the room, setting up a banner that read, Anko Midiarashi, proctor of the second exam. What the hell are you on? Kiba yelled. Coke, but that's not the point. Alright, you little, come on and follow me for the second exam. The woman fist pumped the air, getting no followers but a cough from a genin. Don't you sense the mood in here? I just passed them, you could have waited 2 more minutes. Ibiki smirked. What the hell is this, Ibiki? You passed more people than you were supposed to, you've gotten soft. Anko scowled. Hey, don't blame me, blame Saito, he's the one who wrote it like this. Ibiki smirked. Hey Don, blame Saito. He's the one who made me and Sasuke so badass. You know he could have changed his mind about you too. Naruto defended. Yeah, tell him dope. Sasuke agreed. Alright, just follow me, yeesh. Anko sighed before walking out the room, followed by all the genin. Later, Ibiki was picking up the test till he stopped at one. Hey, for someone who talks big, you sure didn't answer a single question. Naruto Uzumaki. What's this? I hate Sakura. Ought to be young and cold again. Those were the days. After being drug around, the genin finally stopped in front of gates. The proctor of the second exam, Anko Midiarashi, faced the wide number of twerps. Alright, listen up people, this is where you'll be doing the exam. This place is the Forest of Death. Anko said in a grave voice. Death, meth, I don't give a crap about the name, just tell us what we have to do. Naruto demanded. Anko turned her head to the noise and threw a kunai at him, but being the badass Naruto is, he simply caught between his 2 fingers without getting a simple scratch. I think you threw this at me. Here. Naruto threw it back at her with too much force and it went through the gate hole and hit something, whatever it was. It roared in pain. What the hell was that? A genin asked, terrified. Anko kept her gaze at Naruto, sensing his killer intent rising slowly. Hey kid, that was a nice throw, what's your name? She asked. Everyone turned their heads toward him besides Sasuke and Gaara. Naruto Uzumaki. Part of Rookie 9. Sorry about your kunai. Naruto apologized. Uzumaki interesting anyway, if I were you I cool your killer intent down till you get to the forest. Anko nodded, turning her attention back to the genin. Alright anyway. This is the forest of meth, I mean death, sorry. Since Ibiki was stupid enough to pass 96 of you, that means there are 32 3-man teams. You will each get 1 scroll of these. A heaven and an earth scroll. But we have one problem. 2 teams will not get any scrolls. Anko scratched her head. You've got to be kid. Kiba was interrupted when Naruto raised his hand. My team won't need a scroll, we'll do fine without it. Naruto stated. Naruto, what or why? Sakura, be quiet, Naruto knows what he's doing. Trust him, okay. Sasuke smiled. Okay Sasuke-kun. Sakura nodded. I have to agree with Naruto. My team doesn't need a scroll either. A boy with spiky red hair and dark onyx eyes, wearing an outfit nearly similar to Naruto and Sasuke's, except instead of flames it was just black with a blue line going down the shirt and pants. The shirt had no sleeves like Naruto's but had bandages around his arm like Sasuke. On the back of his shirt was an eye with ripple patterns and 3 tomos, signifying it was his clan symbol. He had a giant scythe strapped to his back. Well, okay then. Let me explain the rules. Again, you guys know the rules and it's way too troublesome saying the rules. Interested in the genin who volunteered for not having a scroll, Naruto went to meet him. Hey, what's your name? Naruto asked, curious. Oh, I'm Daisuke Shun. These are my teammates Tsubasa Crane and Zeke Kurodachi. We're from Omegakure. It's nice to meet you, Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha. Your names are very well known in my village thanks to your missions. Daisuke smiled. Sasuke, what do you feel about him? I mean, his outfit nearly resembles ours and we got this from Kyuubi-sama. Naruto informed, striking a mental conversation with his friend. I don't know, I can't read his thoughts. And what's with the giant scythe? But his killer intent is very low. His teammates on the other hand are a different story. I can't read their thoughts either. Let's trust him for now till he gives us a reason why we shouldn't. Sasuke nodded inwardly. Thanks. Mind me asking, where did you get your outfit? It nearly resembles ours. Naruto asked. Oh, this. My father gave it to me before he died. He said I could wear it when I entered the Chunin exams. I was wondering where you got you guys is. Daisuke asked. Our sensei gave to us when we completed our first training session. Well, it was nice meeting you, Daisuke. Hope you make it to the next round so we can have a chance to fight. Naruto grinned, holding out his hand, which Daisuke shook, grinning back. All right, everyone to your gates. Enko yelled. All the genin got to the gates. All right, let's hurry up and get these scrolls so I can eat. Naruto stated. Yosh. It is time to reveal the power of youth. Lee said. Shut up, Lee. Neji and Ten scolded. This is gonna be so troublesome. What a drag. Shikamaru groaned. Choji just sulked, thinking about no food. Come on guys, cheer up. Ino smiled. Yahoo! Let's go, Akamaru. Kiba grinned. Bark. Bark. Akamaru barked. You know what to do. Time to accomplish our mission. The guy wrapped in bandages ordered. We'll go after the brats first. This Naruto and Sasuke intrigue me. A grass genin let out his long tongue. Now's the time, right, Daisuke? Zeke asked. Yup. Let's show the leaf aim's power. Daisuke grinned. Alright, the second exam starts, now. The genin bolted through the gates. Now things are really getting interesting. It has been 3 hours since Team 7 started the exams. Alright, my stomach can't take no more. Sakura, you go scan the area so we can rest. Sasuke, go see if you sense any danger. I'll be looking for food. Naruto and his teammates scattered. Feeling a little lonely, Naruto decided on something. It's been a while since I've seen her. And what kind of master am I if I don't let her out? Casting a few hand signs, Naruto bit his thumb and slammed his hand on the ground, making a puff of smoke. Hey Naruto-kun, need something? Kushina asked, smiling up at her master. Nah, just thought we could hang out a little bit, come on. Naruto smiled, letting Kushina jump on his head, resting there. Wow, Naru-kun, is it me or is your hair shaggier than last time I was on it? Kushina asked, patting his head. Really, I couldn't tell ya if I knew. Guess it's time for a haircut. Naruto shrugged. No, I like it this way, makes your head softer. Kushina smiled. Naruto came across a river and saw a place where they could rest. Maybe there are. Yup, there are. Naruto smiled. There's what? There's plenty of fish swimming upstream. And from the looks of it, there may be some wild meat around here. We're gonna have to test your skills on fighting real animals, Kushina-chan. Naruto informed, making Kushina grumble. Sensing nearby chakra, Naruto turned his head and relaxed when he realized who it was. Hey dope. Kushina. What are you doing out here? Sasuke asked. Naru-kun wanted to hang out a little bit. Kushina smiled. Summoning jutsu. Sasuke slammed his hand down on the ground. In the same puff of smoke stood the raven fur-colored fox Izuna. Sasuke-sama, is there trouble? Izuna asked. Nah, hop on, you're staying out here for a while. Sasuke stated. Izuna smiled, noticing his sister on Naruto's head. Izuna leapt to where his spot was, which was Sasuke's right shoulder. Sakura appeared right by them. I couldn't find anything, sorry. Oh, but it seems you did. Sakura said. Yeah, come on, we've been standing in the same place for too long. Naruto smiled, putting his arm around her. They began their walking to their camp. So did you find any food, Naruto-kun? Naruto stopped dead in his track and let go of Sakura. Hey, I knew it. Naruto punched Sakura back, having her crash against a tree. What was that for, Naruto? Sakura asked. Oh, cut the crap. Tell me where Sakura is before I beat it out of you. Naruto threatened. Sakura smirked before a smoke engulfed her, revealing a rain ninja in pajamas, or so what Saito thinks. How did you know it was a lie? The ninja asked. Simple, Sakura never calls me Naruto-kun. And I would never hug Sakura, not right now at this point. Now tell me where she is. Naruto ordered. Ha, what are you gonna do? The ninja mocked. Izuna, now's the time to test your powers. Sasuke stated. Izuna nodded at his master before his yellow eyes turned to red and black eyes with 3 tomos. The Sharingan. Stand still, this will hurt like hell. Izuna smirked. A small black flame appeared on the ninja's arm. What the hell is this? Why does it hurt? Ah. Okay, just put it out. Put it out. The ninja screamed. Izuna. Sasuke called, making Izuna pant, his eyes going back to yellow. The black flame disappeared. Giving the ninja no time to recover, Naruto held his sword at the guy's throat. Now tell me where she is, or next time you'll deal with me. Naruto growled. She's at my base, being guarded by my teammates. Those idiots are probably doing something horrible to her. The ninja panted. Like what? Naruto asked, getting angry. They're probably raping her. I told them not to, but they don't listen to me. The ninja gasped, seeing Naruto's eyes go red. Where's your base? Tell me. Naruto demanded. Not far from here, maybe a few kilometers. Naruto threw him down when he got his answers. Naruto started to storm off. Where are you going? Sasuke asked. I'm going to save Sakura-chan. Stay here, keep an eye on him. Naruto ordered, walking away then sprinting. Damn, this gravity seal is messing things up. Kai release. Naruto stopped suddenly, letting the dizziness fade. Ready, Naruto-kun? Kushina asked. Ready, Kushina. Let's go. Naruto leapt, leaving behind a yellow flash. Meanwhile, in a cave. In the cave hideout stood 2 genin with scowls on their faces and a tied-up pink-haired ninja. Man, where the hell is Shuji? He should have been back by now. The genin named Kurai grumbled. You know what, fuck it. We're probably gonna die here anyway, and I don't want to die a virgin, do you? His teammate Vlad asked. No way. This girl is pretty cute. Let's do her, I'm already getting hard thinking about it. Kurai smirked, walking over to the crying Sakura. Naruto, Sasuke, save me please, someone. Vlad unbuttoned her shirt, revealing her red bra. Hun, an A- cup. No matter, you'll enjoy this. Vlad fondled her, trying to get a moan from her. I can't take this, it's time to get in the bitch's pants. Kurai stated, pulling down her pants till he saw the same color panties of her bra. Oh yeah, now that's hot. Let's get the party started. Kurai was about to touch her when a shuriken whizzed by his hand, cutting it. What the hell? Kurai yelled, turning his head to the wise guy who threw that. What he saw made him piss his pants. Blocking the sunlight at the entrance was a boy with spiky hair and what looked like a dog at his side near his feet. What scared him more were his eyes. Those godly eyes. Vlad, look. Kurai stuttered, pointing at the boy. Vlad saw what his partner saw. So the legends are true. Lord Pain is real. But what's wrong with this chakra? Vlad asked. Are you telling me that's let her go? The boy growled. Shaking out of his stupor, Vlad spoke up. If you want to join the fun, come on, you can get her, Mo. Vlad couldn't finish because his throat was penetrated completely through, revealing a sharp blade at the end. Taste blood, Kitsune. The attacker roared, swinging his sword around without pulling it out. The oncoming blade sliced the terrified Kurai's head off, leaving his face forever in that position. After exactly 1 second, the blood spewed from the half-cut neck and the no-head body, surfacing an ocean of blood. In amazing ability, not one single drop of blood landed on Sakura, who just sat there half-L, relived and scared, worried what the attacker might do to her. Are you alright, Sakura? The boy's eyes that frightened the dead genin turned to the calm sky blue. The boy pulled Sakura's pants back on and buttoned her shirt without even a blush. After taking care of that, he untied her and the rope in her mouth. Naruto, you came for me? She asked. Of course, I would never let someone do something so vile. Come on, Sasuke is waiting. Instantly Sakura hugged him, crying into his shirt. It's okay, Sakura. I'm here now. Naruto rubbed her back. Kushina, send word back to Sasuke we'll be at camp soon. Naruto ordered. Kushina nodded before poofing away. Naruto picked Sakura up bridal style. He noticed something from the corner of his eye. Just our luck. A heaven scroll. Naruto smirked, grabbing the scroll before leaping out the cave, leaving a flash of yellow. 10 minutes later, Team 7's campsite. Sasuke sat there waiting for his teammates to return. At his feet were Izuna and Kushina curled up in a ball sleeping. Sealed to a rock was their prisoner Shuji. Looking up, he saw the person who he wanted to see holding his teammate in his arms sleep. So, Sasuke asked, if I was 5 minutes later they would have raped her. Those bastards actually tried to rape her. Naruto growled. I'm guessing they're dead. Sasuke said. Hey, worse, I let Kitsune get to them. But in my heroic effort I found their heaven scroll. Naruto laid Sakura down. We can't let this happen again. We need some kind of password. Naruto stated. Ooh, I got it. Ball scratcher. Or my girl, or how about I ball so hard niggas want to find me. That shit cray. Tempting, but no, we need something more. Sasuke stated. Hearing her teammates' voices, Sakura stirred awake. Good, you're up, Sakura. How do you feel? Sasuke asked. Better, thank you, Naruto. She smiled. Naruto nodded. I got it. How about a poem? Listen carefully. The ninjas work for power, so they strike at night, when their opponents are asleep, they release their killer intent, forever in the devil's debt. It's called Devil's Night. Remember it, memorize it, speak it, got it? Sasuke ordered. I don't know, I still like my idea. Ooh, I know niggas in Paris. Naruto grinned. Just go to bed. We have to get up early to move out. Good night. Sasuke said, walking to his spot. Naruto walked up to their prisoner and kicked him awake. Hey, get out of here, you've lost the exam and your teammates are dead. So go. Naruto said, releasing the bindings. Shuji nodded before running away. Naruto laid down in his spot. He closed his eyes before feeling someone lying next to him. Hey Naruto, can I sleep with you? I'm still a little shaken from Sakura asked. Why don't you lay with Sasuke, he'll understand. Naruto said, a little cold. But you're the one who saved me. Please Naruto, she begged. Fine. Naruto finally gave in because he was tired. Naruto, why are you so cold to me? You seem so cold, you make that guy Gaara look the sun. Why? Sakura asked. Because of what you did. Naruto mumbled, mostly asleep. What did I? Sakura stopped when she heard Naruto's light snoring. Sigh, good night Naruto and thank you. Sakura thanked before drifting off in her sleep. It wasn't even barely dawn when Team 7 was torn away from their sleeps by hard winds. What the hell? Naruto groaned, sitting upright. Dope, I don't like this. The winds aren't anywhere else but here. Do you think they could be? Sasuke was stopped when the wind was at the point of cutting their skin. They were all blown back, separating in different ways. When Sasuke came to, he immediately pulled out a kunai and turned around to see Sakura. Sasuke, stay back, the password, say it. Sasuke barked. Right. The ninjas work for power, so they strike at night, when their opponents are asleep, they release their killer intent, forever in the devil's debt. Sakura recited word for word. Alright, we have to find Naruto. Sasuke felt something jump on his shoulder and looked to see Izuna. Where's Kushina? He asked. Don't worry Izuna, she's probably with Naruto. Sasuke reassured. Sasuke-kun, who's that? Sakura asked, pointing at Izuna. This is my fox summon Izuna. Naruto has one too, which is Izuna's sister Kushina. Sasuke informed her. Hey Tem. Sakura. Naruto jumped next to Sasuke. You guys okay? That was some wind. Naruto scratched his head. Step back, what's the password? Sasuke asked, getting his defensive position ready. Naruto stepped back. The password. Oh right. The ninjas work for power, so they strike at night, When their opponents are asleep, they release their killer intent, forever in the devil's debt. Naruto recited. Sasuke smirked, throwing his kunai at Naruto, who dodged it, but Sasuke wasn't done. He stepped in front of Naruto, kicking him farther away. Sasuke. What was that for? He got the password right. Sakura yelled. That's the problem, he got the password right. If it was the real Naruto, he would have said something stupid. You need to pay close attention to your teammates, Sakura, or you could be telling right from wrong. Sasuke explained. The Naruto who was crashed against a tree slid his tongue out and let it slither. How wise. I thought surely you fall for it. Was there more that gave me away? The fake Naruto asked. Yes, Kushina, Naruto's fox summon, he would never leave her behind. Just like I would never leave mine behind. Sasuke smirked. The fake rose from the ground before being engulfed in smoke, revealing a man in what looked like a dress with some purple rope wrapped around him with long black hair and a grass headband. I noticed you acquired the Heaven Scroll recently. I just so happened to have the scroll you're looking for. The man pulled out the Earth Scroll before bringing it to his mouth and letting his snake-like tongue swirl around it before swallowing it whole. Ah, now if you want the scroll, you're gonna have to kill me for it. The man charged at Sasuke before what seemed like a huge bullet hit him, knocking him back. Sasuke and Sakura looked up to see their savior. Sasuke, the password is niggas in Paris. Now let's kill this guy. Kitsune is ready for some more blood. Naruto smirked, who was standing on a tree with a large and red-orange fur fox. Who? So this is Naruto Uzumaki. Interesting. I am Orochimaru. Now it is time to die. Orochimaru slithered at a fast speed towards Naruto. Stupid snake. Kushina. Right. The two jumped up towards the snake man, ready to strike. Naruto jumped on Kushina's back and pulled out his sword while Kushina was picking up speed and spinning in midair till she looked like a orange small tornado zooming in on her prey. Totally aghast at their partnership and speed, Orochimaru was hit head-on. The sound of flesh being ripped from skin filled the air. They did it. Sakura cheered. Wrong, this creep is still alive. Naruto. Stop messing around, kill him already. Sasuke commanded. Calm down, he won't be get. Naruto was suddenly grasped by the neck by a hand. When Naruto looked, he saw at least 50 snakes biting down on his neck. Don't count me out just yet, Naruto-kun. Your time is almost. Orochimaru turned around to see Naruto stabbing his sword in his kidney area. Who said I was out, snake? Naruto smirked. Naruto whipped his head around to see Orochimaru sitting on a tree branch. So you used snake clones, him? Clever, but Naruto grinned when he saw Kushina jump from the bushes to go for the kill, but instead all she did was chomp on wood. Hey, I can smell your fear, Sasuke. Orochimaru laughed behind them. No, it's not fear, you're not worth that. No, this is excitement. Sasuke pushed Sakura out the way and leapt back in motioning hand signs. Fire style. Great Searing Dragon. Sasuke blew out 3 fire balls that shaped into 3 mighty dragons who charged at their foe. Orochimaru was about to dodge when he noticed Naruto falling from the air, sword ready to strike. Eat this, you bastard. Naruto yelled, bringing his sword down on the snake man's head, then jumping back to let the dragons blaze. Damn it, why does it seem we can't hit this guy? Naruto complained. I don't know, but we might have to use that jutsu. Can you buy me some time? Sasuke asked. That jutsu? Are you sure he's not that powerful? But I can try. Naruto nodded, running off to attack. Sakura. I need you to cover me while Naruto's buying us time. Izuna. Sasuke called. Izuna hopped on his master's shoulder and closed his eyes when Sasuke did the same. We just need a little time, Naruto, just a little. Sasuke thought. Meanwhile, Naruto was in hand-to-hand combat with Orochimaru, since he knocked away his blade. You're pretty good, Naruto-kun, but I'm better. Orochimaru smirked, earning a blow to the face from the fox genin. Shut up and fight, bastard. Naruto cursed, still moving at a decent pace to dodge and give blows. After 30 tedious seconds, Naruto finally found an opening and kicked him back, then got into a fighting stance. Soaring Eagle. Naruto jumped in a spin and punched the dazed Orochimaru, making him fly left. Naruto took a second to jump again towards Orochimaru. When he finally caught up, which was about 2 seconds, he grabbed the enemy's foot and swung him upward high enough for Naruto to jump and start giving Orochimaru blows to his chin with Naruto's fists. Once Naruto felt he ascended high enough, Naruto flipped around and started giving Orochimaru the same blows, only this time with kicks. This boy, he's really strong, I can't get loose. Orochimaru panicked. Finished with his barrage of kicks, Naruto flipped back to his original position and grabbed Orochimaru's shoulders, lifting him up higher in the air. All right now. Naruto connected his hands together into one big fist and smashed it against the snake man's head, sending him crashing back to the ground. With a small thud, Naruto was panting. Haha, new record, 50 feet in the air. Beat that, Tem. Naruto laughed. Orochimaru was head first in the soil, legs spread in different directions. Naruto turned his head to his opponent and smirked. Now I know that did not kill you, so get your back up. Naruto yelled. His reply was a shake from Orochimaru's leg, and then his whole body came out of the ground. Damn him. If we went any higher, I would have been killed. Orochimaru glared at Naruto, who had a smirk on his face. It's done. You die here, Snakey. Naruto smiled. Orochimaru had a confused look on his face till he turned around to see Sasuke lunging at him in the air. Here, swallow this. Sasuke pulled out his double-bladed sword and struck the snake's stomach. Izuna. Izuna was in larger form than Kushina was, with his Sharingan activated. Amatar ASU. Izuna growled. A large black flame was lit on Orochimaru's shoulders, slowly increasing its size. Naruto called Kitsune back to his hand and Kushina was by his side. Kushina, we're gonna use a Meshinra, so activate it. Naruto ordered, having his eyes turn into a ripple pattern, followed by Kushina's eyes doing the same. Now, Naruto held out his hands, waiting. Bansho 10. In. Kushina howled and Orochimaru was pulled to her at impossible speeds and incredible force, making his arms break. Naruto now. Sasuke yelled. Shinra Tensai. When Orochimaru was 2 feet away from Kushina, he was blasted back with even more force than the first jutsu, making him crash against trees, boulders, and tumbling against the ground. How far do you think he went? Naruto panted, his eyes turning back to his sky blue eyes. Who knows if he still's alive, I still have to do my part. Sasuke pointed out. After 10 minutes, Naruto and Sasuke were getting worried. Till they saw it. A big giant purple and black striped snake. Orochimaru, why the hell have you summoned me? The snake asked. What the hell is that? Naruto gasped. Naruto, we have to summon him. Kushina and Izuna can't take that thing on. They're still at one tail. Sasuke said. But I can't, I don't have enough chakra to. Wait a minute. Summoning jutsu. Naruto bit his thumb and motioned some hand signs before slamming it on the ground, revealing an old fox with blonde fur. What is it, Naruto? Why have you summoned me? The fox asked. We need our clones, old man, like yesterday, and 2 of them. Naruto ordered. Sigh, I don't get paid enough for this. Time to retire. The fox grumbled, summoning a scroll and opening it to pop out 2 Naruto and Sasuke clones. Thanks, old man. See ya later. HN. The fox disappeared. Alright, come on, Sasuke. Naruto dispelled his 2 clones and Naruto's wounds faded away. So did Sasuke's. Alright, Tem, let's get serious. Naruto picked up Kitsune. Izuna, Kushina, protect Sakura with your lives, that's an order from Kyuubi-sama. Naruto informed before running towards the giant snake. Damn dope. Sasuke cursed, taking after Naruto. Find the 2 brats, don't kill them, I could use them for later, got it? Orochimaru ordered. Whatever, I do as I please. The snake hissed. I'm losing my patience with you, Manda, now do what I. Orochimaru was bombarded with a fist to the face and slashed to the back. Hey, shouldn't let your guard down, you snake. Naruto smirked. You obnoxious brat. I have Manda slurp your innards. Orochimaru hissed. Like haven't heard that one before. Naruto mocked. Before Orochimaru attacked, he heard a chirping sound and whipped his head to see Sasuke, whose arm was covered with lightning. Naruto. Sasuke called, making Naruto jump back while Sasuke charged. Lightning style. Rising bomb. Sasuke lunged his arm at Orochimaru's body, causing him to scream in pain. Sasuke. Wind style. Divine wind tunnel. Naruto held out his palm and a black hole formed in front of it, trying to suck Orochimaru in with little success. I will not die here. Orochimaru opened his mouth and a sword flew out and into the black hole. Dumb Naruto fell down in pain, grasping his hand in pain. Naruto. Sasuke called, only to get slashed by Orochimaru's sword. You brats are too good to be kept alive. So I'll kill you now. Orochimaru hovered over Naruto and stabbed his chest on his right side. Gwag. Naruto coughed up blood. End Naruto. Sasuke called. Orochimaru sped over to Sasuke and palmed his face with his hand, holding him up by the air. You die here, Sasuke Uchiha. Orochimaru licked his lips. Summoning jutsu. Naruto planted his hand on the snake's head. In a giant poof of smoke, Manda crashed to the ground, hissing in pain. Stumbling from Manda's fall, Orochimaru let go of Sasuke, who rolled over to the edge and fell off but was caught by a giant paw. Are you okay, my student? A deep voice asked. Sasuke squinted his eyes and they widened when he saw who was in front of him. Kyuubi-sama, how are you here? Sasuke asked. Kit summoned me. Now who am I to kill? Kyuubi growled. Orochimaru looked up and gasped at what he saw. How is this possible? How did the Kyuubi get out? Manda, you lazy serpent, get your up and kill this demon. Orochimaru yelled in terror. Orochimaru. So you did this? I will end your pathetic life right now. Kyuubi howled, having the very forest shake. No sensei, I will do it. My wounds are now healed thanks to you. Naruto grinned, sitting on his summon's head with no gaping blood wound in his chest. Are you sure, Kit? Kyuubi asked. Positive. Now's the time to test out my new jutsu. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto did the hand signs and 3,000 clones appeared on the Kyuubi. Now let's do this. The Narutos cheered, jumping off the Demon King's head towards Orochimaru. Good luck, Naruto. Sasuke. Kyuubi smiled, setting Sasuke down and poofing away. I got to get the hell out of here. Orochimaru panicked. Now time for Naruto Uzumaki's super new cool ultimate demon style Jutsu. Fox style. Demon clone explosion. The Narutos cheered while the real Naruto was with Sasuke and Sakura, watching the oncoming fireworks. Ka-boom. A giant cloud mushroom formed from the area. Happy 4th of July, bitches. Naruto yelled before passing out. Stupid blonde. Sasuke smirked before passing out next to him. Naruto. Sasuke. Sakura worried, looking over to the passed out, back to the normal foxes. Kushina. Izuna. Sakura started to cry. Why so sad, my little cherry blossom? Sakura turned her head to see a man with gray skin and long black hair and a sound headband. What got her was his clothes. Orochimaru. You're not dead. Sakura panicked. Who? Your friends are strong but naive. I was safe ever since Kyuubi made his little entrance. Tell me, child, do you know who summoned him? I want the contract. Orochimaru smiled. No. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell a snake like you. Sakura spat. Oh, but you do, my child, and so do I. It's that blonde child behind you. He is the Kyuubi host, is he not? Orochimaru kept his smile, walking towards her. I don't know what you're talking about. Sakura stuttered. Orochimaru kneeled right before her and caressed her cheek. Such a beautiful girl, but something's wrong. Who? It seems something has been locked away. I wonder why. Maybe I should find out. Nah, it'll be fun seeing you suffer for a while. But I'm more interested in the Uzumaki and Uchiha. Yes, instead of giving them the mark, I'll give them something else. Orochimaru stood up and walked past the petrified Sakura to the two sleeping boys. So young, so innocent. All the more better for change. Orochimaru pulled out 2 bars and made them eat it. What are you feeding them? What are you doing? Sakura yelled. I gave them Aracia. Orochimaru pulled out a small bag and scooped up some purple powder and sprinkled it on them. And this is Hadascrola. It's only a matter of time before they start taking affect. Farewell, my little cherry blossom. Orochimaru walked off, leaving the petrified Sakura, who witnessed what happened. After some time passed, Sakura checked on them and felt they had a fever and growing. I got to help them. Sakura brought them to their camp and was helping them with little results. You guys have to get better soon. You have to, please. Sakura teared. In the distance was three beings watching Sakura help her teammates. Now is the time to strike.